So today we will talk about the motility of bacteria, right? Basically, motility means a movement of bacteria, right? So basically, this movement of bacteria, like this movement, depends upon the stimuli or stimulus, right? So now, what is stimuli? Basically, the change in environment is known as stimuli or stimulus, right? So the environment can be internal or external. If there is a like stimulus is what it is, the change in environment either internal or external, right? Now we have basically we have some kinds of movement, right? So first is chemotactic movement. Chemotactic means chemicals, right? Through chemical, if the bacteria moves towards the chemical, it is known as positive chemotactic movement, right? If it moves away from the chemical, it is known as negative chemotactic movement, right? Now second type which we have is phototactic. Photo means light. Photo means actually photo words is like this word has come from photon, right? And photon means what? Light, right? So the like if the bacteria moves towards the light, it is known as positive phototactic movement. If it moves away from the light, it is known as negative phototactic movement. Next we have magnetotactic movement. If the bacteria moves towards the earth's magnetic field, it is known as positive magnetotactic movement. If it moves away from the magnetic field, it is known as negative magnetotactic movement, right? So first of all, we will take look into the flagellar movement. Okay, in order to study this flagellar movement, the structure of the flagella of bacteria must be clear to you. Okay, let me define it into easy words so if you don't know, you can understand it, right? So first, this is basically here we have two pair of rings over here, right? This is two pair of rings. Then we have this C ring. This is known as C ring, right? And this is known as SM ring. This is a rod again. Then there is a ring. Then there is another ring. Okay, this is the hook, and this is a flagella, right? Right. This is basically the cell wall, right? And this is the cell membrane. This is known as cell membrane. This is cell wall. This is SM ring. This is C ring, right? This is known as L ring. Actually, L stands for lipoprotein, and this is P ring. And this is known as periplasmic space. The space between the the space between the cell membrane and the cell wall is known as periplasmic space, right? So basically what happens, the C rings perform the rotatory motion. Actually it moves in 360 degree, right? And this is the hook, and this is a flagella. Basically the flagella is divided into three parts, right? Basically this is filament. Right? So this is how the flagellar movement takes place, like by the C ring. Now let's talk about the like we have classification of bacterial type, like how many flagella are attached to it. If a bacteria doesn't have any kind of flagella attached, it is known as atrichous, right? Which means there isn't any flagella attached. If only one flagella is attached, it is known as monopolar. Basically polar here describes the region, right? And monopolar monotrichous. If it is like this, now it is known as bipolar monotrichous, right? Now if it is like this, now it is known as bipolar bitrichous, right? Now if it is like this, from one side there are a lot, now it is known as Lophotrichus, right? And if it's like this, like from here so many and here so many, it is known as Amphilophotrichus, right? If it is like if it's from everywhere, right, it is known as Peritrichus, right? So I hope this classification of bacteria on the basis of the flagella, like how many flagella are attached to a bacteria, is clear to you.